What's that they said about John Terry? Allegedly, if he wasn't a footballer, he'd be driving a cab around London.
That's a bit harsh on taxi drivers, I think.
The producer's just handing us £10. I think, to Mr. Sepp Blatter. Allegedly.
Oh, I think that means that we send that in a brown envelope.
We'll never see it again.
We'll never see it again. We might just win the bid.
Dan, your prediction? Where do you think we'll be at Christmas?
Put me on the spot.
Sue is a Crystal Palace fan.
Eagles. I think David's just wanted to do some charity work in the Croydon area, so.
It's a lovely, chilly November night. I've just been to watch the Albion. I've come to my favourite pub for the post-match celebration, or not as the case may be, the Battle of Trafalgar. We've got a few beers waiting for us inside. We're going to chat about the game and we're going to chat about the future. We're going to chat about possible new players. We're going to meet some regular guests that we've had before, Dave Swaffield, Dan Tester, with views on the Albion. So why don't you join me for a beer? Come on. With me on my right is Levo, otherwise known as Simon Leveson. Hello, Levo.
Good evening, Mark. Piracy from the Pirates, I'm afraid, this afternoon, that last-minute equaliser.
A bit disappointing. And to my left, I've got Dan Tester.
Evening, Mark.
And Levo works for, dare I say, a rival broadcasting company by the name of...
BBC Sussex.
An email came in because bill@thelatest.co.uk, you can send in your questions for the next latest TV broadcast of football fans. We had a question, do you think we'll do the League and Cup double?
Well, we're still in the FA Cup. I think we can win the league. Just in the FA Cup. I don't think it was ever in doubt once Baz stroked the ball home.
Was he aiming at the delicate chip over the keeper?
That was a wonderful penalty when it came off, but if it hadn't come off, he'd have looked very, very silly. League and Cup double. Well, Pompey got to the final. True. Cardiff got to the final. The Premiership teams don't want to win it. The Premiership teams don't want to win anything at the moment.
Premiership teams don't want to play in it.
No, they don't want to play in it. They'd much rather have their own super European league. So I wouldn't say, let's see who we get in the third round. You never know. It depends on the draw. Home draw against poor teams. You never know where it leads you.
So obviously the FC United game coming up. This TV programme will be going out just before that game. And Levo, they're making an assumption we'll make the third round. Do you think we will?
I hope so. They are, I think it's 4 rungs lower than us on the pyramid. So assuming that we can all stay fit, because obviously the injuries are starting to mount up now, I'd very much like to see us put one over on FC United, because at the end of the day they're still Manchester United, irrespective of the FC in front of their name. They still sing Man United songs and they still all love, or profess to love, Man United. So I want us to absolutely steamroll them into submission, if I'm brutally honest. But I admire what they've done to a point in regards to forming their own club, but they should have fought from within to save their club, or to oust the people that they didn't want in charge of their club.
The way the Albion did, yeah, we did that.
A League and Cup double, well, possibly out of the question. Certainly, not for us, not totally out of the question for us. Certainly for Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. Now, there's another subject we can move on to, because yes, dear old Crystal Palace, our rivals, our lovely rivals, who we adore, who have struggled just a little bit lately. Yes. So, what do you reckon to Crystal Palace's chances of staying in the Championship, Levo?
Well, we've seen this before over the last few years. I don't think they've played in what I would call the third division since since they went up with us in
79.
In 1979. So it would be a first time in over 30 years. And they escaped at Stockport, didn't they, on the last day of the season? And which was a great shame.
Freedman, wasn't it? Dougie Freedman scored right near the end, and it was live on TV. Oh, right, yeah.
They could have gone down that day, and they would have been playing us at the moment. Yeah. But I'm actually wouldn't it be quite nice to posit this as a question? Wouldn't it be fantastic if the first time we do meet Palace, next time we meet them at Falmer, that would be really, really special?
But not necessarily next season.
Probably not. Hopefully not.
Well, I come April, if we're top, or we look like we're going to get promoted, I want Palace to stay up. if we don't look like we're going to get promoted, I want them to come down. I want to play Palace next season. It's been a few years now. Like you say, it would be great to play them at Falmer, and to be fair, I like going to Selhurst because we take great numbers. The atmosphere is brilliant. Obviously, we're not always going to perform like we did when we beat them 1-0, because obviously the game before that was the game that we can't talk about when we conceded.
Didn't happen.
I've erased that from my memory.
I erased what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Geographically, we're 40 odd miles away, and culturally, it's a million miles away from Croydon, isn't it? It really is. You know, someone, Palace fans, if you're watching, I work in Croydon. I know what the culture's like there.
There's nowhere quite like Brighton. And here's a message if you disagree. It's off back to London.
I'm delighted to be joined by Sue Lapwood.
That's right.
Sue is a Crystal Palace fan.
Eagles.
Tell us where they are in the league at the moment, Sue.
Well, currently we are playing Sheffield United and we are drawing, I believe.
So this is going out after the game, so assuming that there's a result, where will you be in the league?
If we win, we'll be out of the relegation zone.
And if you lose?
We'll be in the relegation zone. But
Probably...
been there before. We'll cope. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Very wise words. And what do you think of agent Edgar Davids, who obviously did a great job for you?
He defected, didn't he? So
He didn't do that well for you, though, did he?
no, but I don't know why we got him in the first place, for God's sake.
Well, I think I know, because there's his transfer fee.
I think Davies just wanted to do some charity work in the Croydon area, so he was there to help them out. So that was good.
You've got a great story about Croydon. Now, can I just point out that you used to be a train driver, and the old trains used to have to empty their toilets in certain areas of the track. Where was it used to empty the toilets?
We'd always do it at Selhurst Station just to make sure we left a little reminder of ourselves for the Palace supporters. So
that's where the toilets used to be emptied, ladies and gentlemen, occasionally, allegedly in the old days. Because now that doesn't happen, because the trains are now apparently not equipped that way.
no, they hold everything in big tanks. Yeah.
Driver these days. A better quality of train driver these days.
Apparently so. The player of the month so far, in your view, who's that been?
For this month, difficult because there's not really been anything spectacular. But I'll probably give it to Benno Elliott-Bennett. I think probably he's just a great midfielder, and he's always liable to score.
Future players, we've just signed some new players. Then a certain player called Wood, who made his debut today, and he scored with a penalty. What did you think of his performance today?
I thought he did really well, actually. He held the ball up really nicely. I think it's more interesting, actually, is Gus's comments in the Argus today that there's someone very special going to be coming before the end of the week, so that's quite exciting.
Oh, do you think there'll be a replacement for Kazenga Lualua?
Well, yeah, I think that's what he's looking at, and it sounds like it's going to be, I don't know. You never know Gus. We trust Gus, and Gus normally does the right thing. And from what the hints he's dropping, it's going to be pretty good.
Well, it does sound like a positive. Edgar Davids, yeah. I doubt it.
Where's that money?
Yeah, the transfer fee value just went down.
We will stay up.
You are staying up, and are they staying up?
No, they're going down,
And are we going up?
and we're going up.
Well, they heard it here first. I think John Terry was writing in a newspaper recently about the fear that the England players have. They daren't even smile in a close-up on the pitch in case.
It's probably ghost-written, to be fair. I don't think he wrote it.
What's that they said about John Terry? Allegedly, if he wasn't a footballer, he'd be driving a cab round London.
That's a bit harsh on taxi drivers, I think. Yeah, I don't think, like you say, that playing for England. To be honest, I'm English and I'm proud to be English, but I don't really go for this sort of beating the chest England thing. I never have done. And at the moment, like you say, I watched a bit of the Friday on in the background while I was doing something else because I just couldn't be bothered. Why should I give my time and energy to watch that if they can't be bothered to give their time and energy?
The producer's just handing us £10, I think, to Mr. Sepp Blatter, allegedly.
Oh, I think that means that if we send that in a brown envelope,
we'll never see it again.
we'll never see it again. We might just win the bid.
It might just tip us over. I think it's a few quid more than that, Lever.
Whatever happens, we'll probably be watching. We will be watching most of these games, whether they're being played at Wembley or in Moscow. We'll be watching them in the pub.
Levo, you've been a co-author of a book. What's the book called?
We Are Brighton. It came out to celebrate two titles, 2001 and 2002.
Glory days.
glory days. And I was looking through it again today, and I was like,
Do you mind holding it up for the camera so we can have a quick look at that? See if we can have a look at the photos there. I don't know if you can get that, Peter.
it was,
There we go.
my favourite was at Colchester. We were a one-man team, everybody said, because Bobby Zamora was obviously the talisman then, scoring lots of goals, and he was out injured, and for that on that occasion, and we brought in Wayne Gray. I think he came in on loan from Wimbledon, if I remember.
The song, go back to songs, Sunshine on a Waney Grey.
Indeed, Sunshine. I don't know.
Great song.
Yes, Mark. And we murdered them 4-1, and it was a terrific performance. And some of the pictures from there of the fans, and again, Layer Road. That was a great little ground to go behind. Not a very big away end, but you could make a lot of noise because there was a roof, and make a lot of noise we did that day.
It was quite a game, like you said. 10. Well, what the score was to the 10-man team. You were there, then?
I wasn't actually.
You weren't there, Dan. Shock horror.
I listened to that in the car park in Rustington. I remember it well.
The glamour.
Yeah.
Your views of where we might be at Christmas?
Well, it's 3 very difficult games coming up. Southampton away, Colchester at home, a possible cup, well, certainly an FA Cup tie, possibly a replay with FC United of Manchester, and then Huddersfield away, where we lost spectacularly last season.
7-1?
7-1 last season. I think before today, had we won today, I would have said avoid defeat in those 3 games. I'd be more than happy. I think we need to win at least one of them now. Hopefully we'll win it on Tuesday night, because Gus Poyet wanted to be 10 points clear of Southampton going into that game.
And your book again, what's the title again?
It's We Are Brighton, and it's available in all good bookshops.
There we go.
Probably still.
There it is. Levo's book. But yes, Dan, your prediction, where do you think we'll be at Christmas?
I think we'll be in the top 2, but I don't necessarily think we'll be top or clear. I think we'll draw at Southampton. I think we're going to thrash FC United, hopefully.
You only sing when you're winning, but we're not losing at the moment, so I feel like singing a little bit, but not maybe in the pub.
On December the 4th, at the Poets Corner pub in Hove, we have a gig called Music for Life, which is to raise money for the Martlets Hospice in Hove. A very worthwhile charity, and we've got loads of bands playing, and it's free to get in, but we ask you to put money in the buckets and buy some raffle prizes. So,
Including some tickets for the Treason Show, which we're offering.
tickets for the Treason Show, very generously donated by Mark.
It's a pleasure.
It's
a good cause, good cause.
£13,000.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, good cause.
Well done, that's excellent. So here we are in the Battle of Trafalgar. It's post-match. We've drawn 2-2 with Bristol Rovers. I've had a very nice drink, seen some of my friends, which is always why I come in here. And post-match, I like to have a beer in my favourite pub in Brighton after the Albion. And luckily, I've got one on the bar, right here. So here we go. Seagulls. Cheers. Cheers, Ross. Cheers.
I am a football fan. I am